हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू द ऑफिशियल यूट्यूब चैनल ऑफ मॉकविनिया। मॉकविनिया के ऑफिशियल यूट्यूब चैनल पे आपका स्वागत है। फ्रेंड्स, टुडे विल डिस्कस 35 मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट एमसीक्यू फॉर promotion exam. Means promotion up to skill 5. Means these questions may be beneficial for you for if you are appearing for promotion exam for any scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These questions are going to help you. Okay, so let's start discussion. But before moving to discussion, if you have just a second, what happened? Before going ahead, please subscribe to our channel. If you have not subscribed it yet, please subscribe it and share this video with your colleagues, friends, so that they can also be benefited. ठीक है, इसको इसको सब्सक्राइब कीजिए चैनल को और इस वीडियो को शेयर कीजिए ताकि आपके फ्रेंड्स को, कॉलीग्स को के लिए भी ये बेनिफिशियल हो सके। ओके, शेयर करने में कोई घाटा नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है, जस्ट यू कैन शेयर इट। हाँ, और अगर आपको चाहिए कि और प्रैक्टिस करना, इफ यू वांट टू प्रैक्टिस मोर, देन व्हाट यू नीड टू डू, यू नीड टू डाउनलोड आवर मॉकमेनिया ऐप फ्रॉम प्ले स्टोर। मॉकमेनिया ऐप को प्ले स्टोर से डाउनलोड करना है। जस्ट अ सेकंड, लेट मी स्टार्ट द दिस। यस, नाउ आपको वो क्या करना है, मॉकमेनिया ऐप को प्ले स्टोर से डाउनलोड करना है। प्ले स्टोर पे जाना है, देयर यू नीड टू टाइप मॉकमेनिया, MOCKMANIA. The screen will appear like this. So this is the mocmania app. Okay, this you need to download it. और आप डाउनलोड करने के बाद आप इसमें रजिस्ट्रेशन कीजिए। ये ऐप बिल्कुल फ्री है, दिस इज एब्सोल्युटली फ्री ऐप। आप इसको रजिस्ट्रेशन कीजिए। आफ्टर रजिस्ट्रेशन यू विल हैव एक्सेस टू थाउजेंड्स ऑफ MCQ, okay, related to JIB, CIB and promotion exam. If you are preparing for, if you are a banker and preparing for JIB, CIB and or any promotion exam, or just for your enhancement of your knowledge, you need to download this app. There you will find thousands of MCQ free of cost. Paid exams are also there, but yes, if you are not going for paid exam, free exams are also there. Free MCQs are there. There you can access daily. You will get daily free mock tests regarding JIB, CIB and promotion exam. In the morning by 8 o'clock, the exams get updated, and daily you will get approx 10-15 questions per day related in each subject topic question mock tests. Okay, so the link to download is already given in description box. There you need to go click on that link. That link will migrate you to Play Store. There you can download it. Okay, तो ठीक है, लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में दे दिया गया है। आप वहां जाइए, क्लिक कीजिए और आप डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं। और उसके बाद आपको थाउजेंड्स ऑफ क्वेश्चंस का ये मिल जाएगा, एक्सेस मिल जाएगा। ओके, सो नाउ लेट्स स्टार्ट द डिस्कशन। Promotion to scale 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5. Okay, so 35, today we'll discuss approx 35 MCQ that is going to benefit that is going to be beneficial for your promotion exam. So let's start a discussion. Holding shares in companies. Just a second. Yes. Yeah. This kind of, okay. Holding shares in companies. In terms of Section 19(2) of the BR Act. BR Act means Banking Regulation Act 1949. Banks shall not hold shares in any company as pledgee, mortgagee, or absolute owner of an amount exceeding -% of the paid-up share capital of that company, or -% of its own paid-up share capital and reserves, whichever is less. Again, we'll read the question. In terms of Section 19(2) of the BR Act 1949, banks shall not hold shares in any company as pledgee, mortgagee, or absolute owner of an amount exceeding -% of the paid-up share capital of the company, or -% of its own paid-up share capital and reserves, whichever is less. So options are 10%, 10%, 10%, 30%, 20%, 30%, 30%, and 40%, 40%. So the answer is 30%, 30%. Again, we'll go to the question. In terms of Section 19(2) of the BR Act 1949, banks shall not hold shares in any company as pledgee, mortgagee, or absolute owner of an amount exceeding 30% of the paid-up share capital of that company, or 30% of its own paid-up share capital and reserves, whichever is less. Okay. Now moving to next question. Willful defaulters are barred from institutional finance for a period of dash years from the date of removal of their name from list published by RBI's CICs. Okay, so who who is willful defaulter? Willful defaulter कौन होता है? जो willfully default करते हैं means he has a capacity to pay but willfully he is not paying. Okay, they are called willful defaulters. So willful defaulters are barred from institutional finance for a period of dash years from the date of removal of their name from list published by RBI CICs. See, RBI क्या करता है? टाइम टू टाइम पे willful defaulters का एक लिस्ट पब्लिश करता है, ठीक है ना? सम रेगुलर इंटरवल्स पे वो willful defaulters का एक लिस्ट पब्लिश करता है. If you are going for any finance, we go there and we what we need to do, we need to check the name of that borrower to whom we are financing. Okay, so अभी क्या कह रहा है ये क्वेश्चन? क्या कहता है? क्वेश्चन सेज willful defaulters are barred from institutional finance for a period of कितने साल के लिए? Willful defaulters are barred means they are barred from taking any finance from any of the firm bank for a period of 5 years. For a period of 5 years from the date of their name list published by RBI. अब उनके नाम के रिमूवल के 5 साल तक वो किसी भी बैंक से, किसी भी NBFC से they cannot take finance. Okay, so the answer is 5 years. Now moving to next question. Principal or interest payment or any other wholly or partly overdue between principal or interest payment or any other amount wholly or partly overdue between 31 days to 60 days. This account will be classified under dash category. Options are SMA0, SMA1, SMA2, SMA3. So first of all SMA3, SMA0 में क्या होता है? 1 day to 30 day. It is classified under SMA1, SMA0 sorry. SMA1 31 to 60 days. 60 days. SMA2 61 to 90 days. SMA3 कुछ नहीं होता है. SMA3 means NPA. If any borrower is not paying interest and principal up for 90 days, then this on 91 on next day means after 90 days it will become an NPA. So the question answer is SMA1 because here it is given 31 days to 60 days. So the answer is SMA1. Okay, fine. Moving to next question. If tenants are occupied in the secure property, only dash are empowered to decide on issue related to tenancy lease. If tenants are occupied in the secure property, only dash are empowered to decide on issue related to tenancy or lease. Options are Session Court, District Court, DRT, and High Court. See, the cases related to banks, related to properties, go to DRT. Okay, it will not go to Session Court, District Court, or High Court. It will go directly. It will go to DRT. So the answer is DRT. Okay, fine. So here one solution is given, so explanation is given. DRT, no other courts have jurisdiction as per section 17(4)(a) of the SARFAESI Act. Okay, no other court can handle these cases. It is written in SARFAESI Act. Fine. Next question. In respect of term loans towards project finance, project finance, minimum equity contribution by promoter shall be dash percent of the overall margin of the project. So see what happens. One project has to be financed. Okay, some margin has to be brought in by promoters. So how the margin will come? Capital infusion. This is the one way. Second way, subordinated debts. Subordinated debts are means promoters will give loan to that firm, that company. So what it is saying that Minimum equity contribution by promoters shall be 10% of the overall margin of the project. So how much subordinated debt can means they can contribute? It is 50%, total margin of 50%. If suppose if 75% finance is given by a bank, 25% has to be as margin has to be brought in by promoters. So out of that 25%, 50% means 50% of this 25% can be taken as subordinated debt or equity, means promoters contribution. Okay, so quasi equity, what is quasi equity? Subordinated debt should not exceed half of the total prescribed margin. So the answer is 50%. Now moving to next question. The borrowers rated as dash risk grade, borrowers rated as dash risk grade and better are termed as investment grade exposure. Investment grade exposure. See, borrowers are there, any borrower is there, before giving loan what we do? Risk rating. What we do? Risk rating of that borrower. So we put them in some different baskets are there, different categories are there. So what question says? The borrowers rated as dash risk grade and better are termed as investment grade exposure. So options are low risk, normal risk, moderate risk, high risk. So up to moderate risk, up to moderate risk, it means that borrower is, is investment grade exposure, means termed as investment grade exposure. Means up to moderate risk, banks are not, means banks are willing to finance up to moderate risk. So moderate, what would be better than moderate risk? It is normal risk, and better than normal risk, it is low risk. So up to low risk, normal risk, and moderate risk. Up to moderate risk, bank termed it as investment grade exposure. Okay, so the answer is moderate risk. Now moving to next question. Loans and advances to bank. Loans and advances to banks own staff which are fully secured, own staff, okay, which are fully secured by superannuation benefit and or mortgage of flat house will attract dash percent of risk weight. Risk management. See, other loans and advance of banks own staff shall be eligible for inclusion under regulatory retail portfolio and will therefore attract 75% risk weight. See, whenever a bank's own staff takes loan, it takes loan against their gratuity, or their superannuation benefit, or they take a housing loan. So mortgage in a housing, what we keep as mortgage, flat or house. Okay, so it attracts a risk weight of 20%. It attracts a risk weight of 20%. Okay, and where the loans are not covered by these, means superannuation benefit or mortgage, there that retail, it comes in retail portfolio and it will attract 75% risk weight. So where the loans are covered under superannuation benefit and mortgage of house, flat house, this will attract 20% of risk weight. Okay, in case of staff. Moving to next question. Bank is mandated not to accept collateral security in the case of loans up to rupees dash extended to MSC sector. Okay, banks also advised to extend collateral free loans up to rupees dash to all units financed under PMEGP scheme administered by KBIC. So क्वेश्चन क्या कहता है? बैंक इज मैंडेटेड, बैंक को अप टू मीन्स अप टू कितने तक, मीन्स कितने लाख तक अगर हम फाइनेंस करते हैं, तो इसमें आप बैंक को कोई कोलैटरल सिक्योरिटी नहीं लेना है बोरोवर से. इट इज मैंडेटेड बाय गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया. So it is, the amount is 10 lakh. If up to 10 lakh, when we are financing to any borrower, we need not to ask for collateral security. These loans will cover under CGFMU. Okay, if you are asking for collateral security and if borrower complains about this, you may get a so cause notice explanation letter from your higher offices. Okay, so you need not to ask for collateral security loans up to rupees 10 lakh under PMEGP or any scheme to MSME sector. Okay, MSME sector. Fine. Moving to next question. Loans against security of shares, convertible bonds, convertible debentures, units of equity-oriented mutual funds to individuals shall not exceed the limit of rupees dash per individual if the securities are held in demat form. अगर कोई बंदा कोई borrower लोन लेता है अगेंस्ट शेयर, डिबेंचर, कन्वर्टेबल बॉन्ड्स और ये डीमेट फॉर्म में है तो कितना तक हम दे सकते हैं कि अप टू विच अमाउंट वी कैन फाइनेंस. Options are 10 lakh, 20 lakh, 30 lakh, 50 lakh. So the correct answer is 20 lakh. Up to 20 lakh we can finance it if the shares are in demat form. Okay, fine. Demat form, dematerialized form. Okay. You know, not demat and that earlier what happened? What was happening? No, earlier the means before the era of techno, what you can say 25 years back, shares were issued in materialized form, paper form. So now it has been converted into electronic form, that is called demat form. Okay. So moving to next question. Domestic commercial banks are required to achieve a sub target of -% of ANBC adjusted net banking rate. Okay. Domestic commercial banks are required to achieve a sub target of -% of ANBC or credit equivalent amount of off balance sheet exposure, whichever is higher, previous year corresponding quarter. Okay, fine. For lending to micro enterprise on quarterly basis, domestic commercial banks are required to achieve a sub target of -% of ANBC or credit equivalent amount of off balance sheet exposure, whichever is higher, for lending to micro enterprise on quarterly basis. So what is the percentage? Options are 5.5%, 6.5%, 7.5%, 8.5%. The correct answer is 7.5%. Domestic commercial banks are required to achieve a sub target of 7.5% of ANBC or credit equivalent amount of off balance sheet exposure, whichever is higher, for lending to micro enterprises on a quarterly basis. Off balance sheet exposure, you know, na, means in balance sheet that item will not appear, like non-fund based limits. Okay, no, and non-fund based limit will never appear in this balance sheet. These are called off balance sheet exposure, off balance sheet. Okay, fine. Moving to next question. What is the periodicity of review of risk rating? What is the periodicity of review of risk rating in respect of listed companies and high risk HR 123? What is the periodicity of review of risk rating in respect of listed companies and high risk HR 123? Any company which has been risk rated as high risk 1 to 3, high risk 1 2 3, these are the grades. These are the grades which we give to big companies. Okay, so if it is a listed company or any borrower which is rated as high risk 1 to 3, that review period will be quarterly. Every quarter we need to review this. Okay, we'll review the finances of that firm. Okay, fine. Moving to next question. 30 days sale notice to be published in newspaper. First, in which cases we do means publish sale notice. We give sale notices where we have taken possession of any security, any mortgage. In case suppose any loan has gone bad and collateral security is that a house, property, or any land, that we have taken possession. So after taking possession, what we do? We will go for auction, sale. So before going for auction or sale, what we need to do? We need to give paper publication prior to 30 days. That should be in two newspaper. Which one should be in vernacular language? Vernacular language means local language. If we have to give in national newspaper, one in the local paper in which is published in vernacular language. Okay, fine. Next question. What is the cutoff limit for approaching permanent लोक अदालत? परमानेंट लोक अदालत जाने के लिए कट ऑफ लिमिट क्या है? ₹50 lakhs, 1 crore, 1.5 crore, 2 crore. So the correct answer is 1 crore. For permanent lok adalat, we can means if the loan amount is more than 1 crore, okay, up to 1 crore, sorry, if it is up to 1 crore, we can approach permanent lok adalat. So or solutions are rupees up to 1 crore civil matters. Permanent Lok Adalats are only in AP, Telangana, Punjab, Karnataka, Haryana, Jharkhand, and Tripura. So keep in mind this thing. This permanent Lok Adalats are only in AP, Telangana, Punjab, Karnataka, Haryana, Jharkhand, and Tripura. Okay, fine. Moving to next question. Pre-release audit is to be carried out for loans and advances, fund-based plus non-fund-based, of rupees dash, and complete the pre-release audit within 48 hours from obtention of documentation. Pre-release audit. Have you heard this name? Pre-release audit. Have you heard this term earlier? Yes. Pre-release audit. What happens whenever we are financing to any borrower? Means if it is the first we'll tell the answer. 1 crore and above, 2 crore and above, 5 crore and above, and 10 crore and above. So it should be 2 crore and above. Answer is 2 crore and above. See, in any case where pre-audit is conducted, if we are financing any case, the loan amount is more than 2 crore and above. So after obtaining documentation before disbursing the loan amount, we have to get it audited by any office designated officer. Means they will be designated by your controlling office, higher officers. They will just come for audit. They will check all the documents, all the papers, and they will give go ahead for disbursal. Okay, so it has to be done within 48 hours of after taking the documentation. Okay, now question number 15. The threshold for early warning signals EWS and red flagged accounts is an exposure of rupees dash or more at the level of bank irrespective of lending arrangement. The threshold for early warning signals and red flagged accounts is an exposure of rupees dash or more at the level of bank irrespective of the lending arrangement. 200 million rupees, 200 million means 20 crores, 30 crore, 40 crore, 50 crore. So it should be 50 crore. The threshold limits is 50 crore and above. Okay. Fine. Moving to next question. Question number 16. What are the current ratio norms for working capital assessment? What are the current ratio norms for working capital assessment? So answers are, so now first we need to tell how many methods of are there for assessing a working capital assessment. There are three methods: turnover method, MPBF method, and cash budget method. Okay, so now what are the current ratio norms? I mean, what is the benchmark under these methods? So answer is turnover method. Under turnover method it should be 1.25. MPBF and cash budget method it should be 1.33 and more. It should be more than 1.25 and more, and under MPBF and cash budget it should be more than 1.33 and more. The answer is 2. Now moving to next question. A bank which has purchased NPA from other bank has to keep it with that bank for a minimum period of dash before selling to other bank. A bank which has purchased NPA from other bank has to keep it with the bank for a minimum period of dash before selling to other bank, not the same bank which has sold that NPA. Okay, fine. So now this is this question. Now what we do, we actually what banks do, bank sell the NPAs to ARCs, asset risk construction companies. So a bank which has purchased NPA from other bank has to keep it with their bank for a period of 12 months before selling to other bank. Okay, but when they are going for sale, the we should they have not to sell that NPA to the same bank from whom they had purchased. Okay, the banks will be different, so they have to keep this means keep this NPA with them for at least 12 months. Okay, the answer is 1. Now moving to next question. For proceeding under SARFAESI, the service regulation agent may be utilized in case of doubtful loss asset with liability exceeding rupees dash and above. For proceeding under SARFAESI, the service of resolution agent may be utilized in case of doubtful loss asset with liability exceeding rupees 50 lakh. In these cases, bank can take the service of resolution agents. There are so many agents in the market who are giving resolution, who are helping banks in getting these properties auctioned. Okay, so the cutoff limit is more than 50 lakh, 50 lakh and above. The loan system for delivery of bank rate LSDBC shall be applicable in the cases of borrower enjoying FV fund-based working capital limit of rupees dash and above from the banking system 150 crores. The loan system for delivery of bank rate LSDBC shall be applicable in the case of borrowers enjoying fund-based working capital limit of rupees 150 crore and above from the banking system. 150 करोड़ से ज्यादा का अगर कोई फंड बेस्ड वर्किंग कैपिटल लिमिट एंजॉय कर रहे हैं देयर लोन डिलीवरी सिस्टम एप्लीकेबल है. ओके, नाउ मूविंग टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Question number 20. In respect of new borrower, project appraisal shall be applicable to proposed project, including infrastructure with project cost rupees dash and above. In respect of new borrower, project appraisal shall be applicable to proposed projects, including infrastructure with project cost of rupees. The options are 200 lakh, 300 lakh, 500 lakh, 600 lakh. 2 crore, 3 crore, 5 crore, 6 crore. So the answer is 500 lakh. It should be more than, it should be 500 lakh or above. Okay, so this project appraisal shall be applicable to proposed project, including infrastructure with project cost of rupees 5 crore and above. Now next question. Bank can purchase immovable property charged to bank by bidding in auction conducted by DRT courts at reserve price. Bank can purchase immovable property charged to bank by bidding in auctions conducted by DRT courts at reserve price. The minimum value of immovable property for purchase under should be rupees. Options are 10 lakh, 20 lakh, 50 lakh, 75 lakh. So the correct answer would be 10 lakh. The minimum value of immovable property for purchase under this should be rupees 10 lakh. Minimum value 10 lakh या उससे ज़्यादा होना चाहिए. Okay. So moving to next question. External credit rating ECAI rating shall be obtained from all the borrowers who are enjoying credit exposure fund based plus non fund based of above rupees dash from banks FIs. External credit rating (ECAI) rating shall be obtained from all the borrowers obtained for all the borrowers who are enjoying credit exposure of above rupees dash from banks FIs. Options are 10 crore, 20 crore, 30 crore, 50 crore. So the correct answer is 10 crore and above. If any borrower who has applied for means who is enjoying a credit facility of 10 crore and above, fund based, non fund based, in that case what we need to do, we need to get credit rating from our external agency. Who are the external agency? CARE, CRISIL, Brickworks, okay, and others. Some others are also there. So these are the external credit agency. From these agencies we have to get it vetted. We have to get the credit rating from this agency. Okay, now moving to next question. QoS HOS is quarterly statement, half yearly statement is applicable for industrial borrowers, merchant exporter, traders enjoying working capital limit of rupees dash and above from the banking system. If any borrower who is enjoying working capital limit of rupees 5 crore and above, they have to mandatorily submit quarterly statement, half yearly statement. Okay, so the answer is rupees 5 crore and above. Submission of QoS within 6 weeks from the closure of relevant quarter, 14th May, 14th August, 14th November, 14th Feb, and HOS within 8 weeks from the closure of the half year, 31st May, 30th November. Okay. Now, moving to next question. On confirming the sale under SURFACE, the purchaser has to deposit dash % of the sale price, including EMD, immediately with the authorized officer, either on the same day or next working day. Balance amount payable with in within 15 days or extended period if any. On confirming the sale under सरफेसी के अंडर हम जब ऑक्शन के लिए जाते हैं और कोई परचेजर उसको परचेज करने के लिए ही इज कंफर्मिंग दैट यस मींस द बिड हैज बीन गिवन टू हिम and now he has to purchase it. So he has to deposit dash percent of the sale price. Minimum 25% of the sale price he has to deposit on the same day or very next day. And remaining amount he can pay within 15 days. So minimum 25% he has to pay on the same day or very next day. Okay. Now, moving to next question. In terms of recommendation of the Prime Minister Task Force on MSME, branches and offices are advised to achieve a dash percent year-on-year growth in credit to micro small enterprise and to achieve 10% of the annual growth in the number of micro enterprise accounts. In terms of recommendation of the Prime Minister Task Force on MSME, branches and offices are advised to achieve a dash percent year-on-year growth in credit to micro small enterprise MSE and to achieve 10% annual growth in number of micro enterprise. So the options are 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%. Correct answer is 20%. Banks, branches have to achieve 20% achieve on year growth. If last year they had done 100 lakhs, then this year mandatorily they have to 120 lakhs. Okay. 20% growth they have to show in micro and small enterprise and 10% alone in that micro enterprise. Okay, no? So I need not to discuss the definition of micro and small, no? I'm assuming that all are knowing. So in other in other discussion, we'll discuss that. Okay. Now moving to next question. Turnover method of working capital assessment is applicable in respect of limits to MSME up to dash and other MSME traders, merchant exporters, IT and software, others up to rupees dash. Turnover method of working capital assessment. There are how many methods of means assessing working capital? There are three methods. First one is turnover, MPBF, maximum permissible bank finance, MPBF, and cash budget. Okay. So under turnover method of working capital assessment is applicable in respect of limits to MSME manufacturing and services up to rupees dash and other than MSME traders, merchant exporter, IT and software or others, etc. up to rupees dash. Up to 5 crore. Up to 5 crore for MSME and up to 2 crore for other than MSME traders, merchant exporters, IT and software. So up to 5 crore for MSME and 2 crores for other than MSME will be assessed under turnover method, this method. Okay. Now moving to next question. Question number 27. It is exposure to credit information companies, rated as well as unrated, will continue to be risk weighted at. Just now I discussed credit information companies, CICs. Who are CICs? How many CICs are there? CIBIL, Equifax, Experian, CRIF. These are CICs, credit information company. If bank is giving any exposure to these companies, so the risk weight will be 100%. Bank will categorize it as 100% risk weighted product. Means bank will keep these companies in 100% risk weighted. Okay. CIBIL, Equifax, Experian, CRIF. These are the CICs, credit information companies. Okay, fine. Now moving to next question number 28. What is the risk weight and standard asset provisioning in respect to commercial real estate, residential housing, CRE, RH? What is the risk weight and standard asset provisioning in respect of commercial real estate or residential housing, CRE, RH? So the risk weight is 75% and provisioning is 0.75%. In case of this commercial real estate commercial real estate and CRERH. If any borrower has availed more than two housing loans, it will be classified as CRERH. So the provisioning will be 75%, risk weight will be 75%, and provisioning will be 0.75%. Okay. Now moving to next question, question number 29. Monitoring of financial convenience. The guidelines are applicable for listed corporate with exposure of rupees dash and above, and listed MSME borrowers with exposure of rupees 1 crore. So monitoring of financial convenience, profit and loss and balance sheet. The guidelines are applicable for listed corporate with exposure of rupees 50 crore and above, and listed MSME borrowers with rupees 1 crore and above. So it has to be monitored. Moving to next question. Commitment charges are applicable to sanctioned limits, fund-based, non-fund-based, or combination, including term loans of rupees dash and above from bank, and penalty of 1% per annum will be charged on the committed line of credit on unutilized, unavailed sanctioned working capital limits and term loans. Commitment charges are applicable to sanctioned limits. See, wherever we have bank has sanctioned the limit, but the borrower has we have disbursed the limit, but borrower has not availed. So what bank will do? Bank will penalize the customer 1% per annum. Okay. So for this, what is the cutoff? 10 crore and above. Up to 10 crore, if the borrower is not availing, bank is not going to penalize him. But if the exposure is more than 10 crore, if is 10 crore and more than or above, bank will penalize them 1% per annum. Okay. Next question, 31. While proceeding under SARFAESI, property is more than rupees dash, two valuations are required by SARFAESI impanel valuers. While proceeding under SARFAESI, if any property, the value is rupees 5 crore, if valuation has been done and the value comes more than 5 crores, then bank needs to take valuation from two impanel valuers. Okay. So the cutoff limit is 5 crore and above. More than 5 crore. Sorry. More than 5 crore. If the valuation is more than 5 crore, then we'll go for two valuations. Now the next question, question number 32. In respect of existing borrowers, project appraisals shall be applicable as under: internally rated as moderate risk or externally rated as BB. Rupees 500 lakh and above means rupees 5 crore and above. Internally rated low normal risk or externally rated BBB or better dash and above. 1000 lakhs means 10 crore. 10 crore and above. In respect of existing borrower, project appraisal shall be applicable as under: internally rated as moderate risk or externally rated as BB, rupees 500 lakh and above. And internal, if the firm, that company is internally rated as low risk, normal risk, or externally rated as BBB or better, then the exposure should be 10 crore and above. Now, question number 33. Under SARFAESI Act, borrower has right to file appeal in DRT within 45 days of possession of secured assets under section 113(4) by depositing -% of claim amount. Under SARFAESI Act, the borrower has right to file appeal in DRT within 45 days of possession of secured assets under section 13(4) by depositing -% of claim amount. No, borrower need not to submit any amount. He can claim. He can appeal, but he need not to deposit. He or she need not deposit any amount. Okay. Now, question number 34. The exposure ceiling to real estate shall be 20% of the gross rate, with a sub-exposure ceiling of dash of gross rate for financing commercial real estate sector. The exposure ceiling to real estate shall be 20%. of the gross rate with a sub exposure ceiling of dash of gross rate for financing commercial real estate sector 5%. Let's let's read the question once again. The exposure ceiling to real estate shall be 20%. Means it there is a ceiling that whatever bank means bank has got the power for to means give the exposure, that real estate will get 20% out of that of that gross rate with a sub exposure ceiling of dash of gross rate for financing commercial real estate sector 5%. To finance commercial real estate sector, bank can go up to 5% of the exposure ceiling, whatever they have got. Okay. Now, question number 35. SARSAI is set up under DAS Act. SARSAI is set up under DAS Act. Question, options are Section 20 of SARFAESI Act, Section 31 of SARFAESI Act, Section 65 of SARFAESI Act, Section 27 of SARFAESI Act. So the correct answer is Section 20 of SARFAESI Act. SARSAI is set up under DAS Act. So the correct answer is SARSAI is set up under Section 20 of SARFAESI Act. Okay. So these were the 35 questions which we have discussed, and I hope this will be beneficial for you for in preparation of the promotion exam, upcoming promotion exams. And so for more practice, what you need to do, you need to just a second, you need to download the Mockmania app. I'll tell you just a second. Yes, what you need to do for more practice, for more such questions, what you need to do for you just a second, where is that review? Yes, now you need to download Mockmania app from Play Store. Just go to Google Play Store and type Mockmania, Mockmania. It will appear like this. There you need to just click on that this app. This will be downloaded, and after download you can register with that. After registration, you will have access to thousands of free as well as paid MCQs along with study material related to JIB, CIB, promotion, and IIBF other certificate exams. Okay, so I'll tell you what all papers we are offering. Means you'll get the JIB combo papers. CI means it will packages are there. So JIB combo, there you will find PPB, AFB, LRB, chapter wise MCQ 4000 plus MCQs. Answer with detailed explanation, PDF study material. If you want to buy one by one, so PPB is there, AFB is there, along with means all the MCQs will be chapter wise. Means we have distributed it among, means like we have divided it as arranged it module wise, chapter wise. So all the answers with detailed explanation, PDF study material will also find there. LRB, combo of PPB LRB, combo of AFB LRB, combo of PPB AFB. Now CIB combo you will find ABM BFM with chapter wise. It will be module wise, chapter wise, 2500 plus MCQ. Answer with detailed explanation. All the means all the sets will contain, means all the set contains that case studies. Means case study will, you will find 5 to 6 case study in all the chapters set. And then again CIB paper 1, CIB paper 2, then this promotion is for a promotion exam to scale up to scale. Here it is written 4 and 5, but we are offering up to scale 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There what you will get topic wise mock test. Each topic we have discussed, means we have arranged mock test MCQ topic wise, so that it means you will get clarity on each and every topic. So, and study material, you will get the PDF study material. Then mock test for IIBF certificate exams, as courses, IIBF diploma courses, IIBF blended courses. We have included all these courses offered by IIBF. You'll find a mock test and study material of various means certificate exams. And now we are also offering this discount, 50% discount. Means what you need to do, you need to go there and just type the code banker. After typing this code, you will get a flat 50% discount. Means if the price is 2000, you'll get 1000 rupees discount. Okay, so so if you want to avail buy these courses, you can, means you can buy any time, and you can apply the discount coupon. You will get the discount of 50%. Okay, so with this word, just I'm signing off, and I hope today's discussion, today's whatever discuss we have, whatever MCQ we have discussed, that is going to be beneficial for you for in preparation of your promotional exam. And if you have not subscribed our channel yet, do subscribe that. If you have not subscribed our channel yet, please subscribe the channel, like the video, and share the video. Okay, bye bye.